Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Bookmas. So today's video is going to be a book unhaul. So I have done quite a few book hauls on my channel over the last year and few years since I have been on Booktube, and I don't think I've ever actually done an unhaul. I have unhauled books previously. I choose to either sell or donate my books to either the local library or little free libraries around town. I do a mix of all three because there are some books that I prefer to sell, but if they don't sell then I just end up donating them. And then there are some that like I've either written in them or they're just like really old or they might be a little bit damaged that I'll just donate to either little free libraries or my local library. And so I have quite a few books that I will be unhauling here. These are some books that I've decided over the last year or so that I no longer am interested in or didn't like or just don't really want on my shelves anymore. So I'm going to be kind of going through them and letting you know which books they are and maybe give like a little brief reason as to why I no longer want these books on my shelves. So with that, I am going to go ahead and get into it because I do have quite a few books. I've tried to keep any series that are series together, so there isn't really any order or rhyme or reason to this, so we're just gonna go ahead and start. First, we've got Mr. Nice by Tiana Smith. I like this book okay, but I just know that I'll never reach for it again or want to pick this up again. Plus, this book did come damaged. I did buy this book secondhand. I just know that I'm never going to want to reread this book or want to pick this book up again, so I will be unhauling it. Next, we've got Avalon Tower by C.N. Crawford and Alex Rivers. I thought this book was okay. I didn't love it, and I definitely don't really know if I'm going to continue on with the series. And if I do, I don't see myself purchasing any of the rest of the books in the series. So with that, I will be unhauling this book. Next, we've got Wedding Dashers by Heather McBreen. Again, this is one that I liked okay. Not my favorite. Don't see myself ever reaching to read it. These next two are a part of an interconnected standalone series, and that is Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. I do really enjoy Tessa Bailey's books, but just didn't love these, so figured they could be loved somewhere else. These next three books are a part of a series, and so we've got the Summoner series, books 1, 2, and 3. So this is by Taryn Matharu. I did read book 1 and I enjoyed it. I did annotate it, so this is one that I will be donating to a little free library because there are like annotations in this. So I liked this book when I read it, but I feel like now being 27, this book and the series is a little bit too young for me. It is a young adult series, so I will be unhauling it. I liked book 1 when I read it. I think I might have started book 2, but then I fell into a reading slump, so I don't know, but I definitely think someone else could really enjoy this series. So next I have my copies of the Twilight series. So these ones will be donated to Little Free Library because they're not in the best condition. But so we've got Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, New Moon, and Twilight. I did also annotate and write in these, so like I mentioned, these will be getting donated, but I have them in like random order. So like New Moon is in paperback, but the rest of them are in hardcover, and I just didn't like that. Plus there's like some new versions of Twilight that I've been thinking about purchasing for like the 20th anniversary and whatnot, so I feel like these ones just could use a different home, and just yeah, so we'll be donating these. Next, I've got Chasing Cassandra by Lisa Kleypas. I got this book for like $3 at Books A Million one day. I read it. I liked it okay. I just am not super into Regency. Plus, this is a mass market paperback and I really just don't need it. And I know that I will not be continuing in this series. I think this is like book 7 in this series. They're all like interconnected standalones. And again, just not a Regency girl. So we'll probably be donating this one as well. Next, we've got Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I got this in high school and I liked it in high school, but I've now since learned of the issues with this book and just no longer want this on my shelves. Next we've got Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I got this one in high school again as well. I read this book and I liked it okay. I definitely feel like now it's just a little young for me, so I did actually write in this one, so this one will be donated as well. Next up is a trilogy, and we've got the Darkest Minds series, and this is books 1, 2, and 3 in the Darkest Minds trilogy. Again, these are like in different formats. We've got 2 paperbacks and a hardcover, so I did get these in high school. I recently read these like within the last couple of years and thought they were okay. Not my favorite series ever, but I feel like it's a pretty solid dystopian YA series, so I did write in the first 2 books, so these will be donated to a little free library, and I might try to see if I can sell in the afterlife, but if not, then this will be donated as well, just so I can donate the entirety of the series, so that way if anyone picks it up they can just have the whole series. Next we've got The Wrong Game by Candy Steiner, and I did not like this book, so I do not want this on my shelves anymore. Next we've got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and this is one that just wasn't really for me. I enjoyed it okay, but just knew that I was not going to continue on with the series, and just knew that it might be better with someone else who will enjoy this more than I did. Next we've got Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. This is book 3 in the Lakefront Billionaire series, and I just didn't like this one. I liked the other 2 books in the series, but this one I just didn't like, so I will be getting rid of this one. I don't see a reason to keep it since I did not enjoy it. The next 3 are a part of a series, and it is the Infatuated Fae series by Janine O'Reilly. So we've got books 1, 2, and 3 in the series. I read book 1, liked it okay, read book 2, didn't like it, started book 3 and DNF'd it, so was like, okay, this series is no longer for me, and decided to get rid of it, and hopefully someone who loves this series will love these books. Next I've got Catabasis by R.F. Kuang, and it is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I like this book okay. Wasn't my favorite book I've ever read, just don't see the need for it to be on my shelves. I think I would recommend this to certain people, but just personally not my favorite, so I will be unhauling this one. Next is Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, and again, this one, it was one that I liked okay. It wasn't my favorite. I feel like it was a pretty solid fiction-y mystery type situation, and yeah, I don't know, just not my favorite, so hopefully someone else will really enjoy this book. Next is Homebound by Meredith Trapp. I liked this book okay when I read it, but the more I think about it, the less I like it. So I really like this cover and I think it's so pretty, but a cover is not a reason to keep a book, so I will be unhauling this one. Next we've got Cackle by Rachel Harrison. Again, thought this one was just okay. Didn't love the main character in this one and just don't really know. So I do have another book by Rachel Harrison that I'm gonna try and see if maybe she is an author for me. She might not be, and that's okay, but I will be getting rid of this one. Just didn't love it. Next we've got Never by Jessa Hastings, and I feel like this one is pretty self-explanatory, but I started this book, DNF'd it, didn't like it. Love the cover, but again, a cover is not a reason to keep books on my shelf, so we'll be getting rid of this one. Next we've got Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin, and this one was okay. This one is like a pirate story, and I enjoyed it for the most part when I read it. I think I gave it like 3.5 or 4 stars, so I liked it enough. It was a bit on the darker side, but I just know that I probably will never reach to reread this book, so for that I will be unhauling. Next we've got Older by Jennifer Hartman, and I absolutely hated this book, so literally cannot get rid of it fast enough. I absolutely hated this book. I gave it 1 star. Next we got Soul Swift by Megan Bannon, and I read this book a few years ago and I enjoyed it, but I just know this is not one that I will ever reach for again. It wasn't very memorable to me, so figured I can just go ahead and unhaul this one. It does have these like blue sprayed edges, so I don't know, just feel like it was a good standalone young adult, but yeah, just it's had its time. I've read it and I'm hoping someone else will enjoy this. Next we've got Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and this is the first book in the Renegades series, and I liked this series. I read the first 2 books and I liked it, but I just know I'm not gonna pick up the 3rd book. Plus I have them in different formats, so this first one's in paperback and I do have the second one in my pile over here that is in hardcover, so that is another reason why I'm like getting rid of them, because they don't match. But but also too, I know I'm never gonna reach to reread this series. It doesn't have like a special connection to me or anything like that, and I'm hoping that someone else will enjoy this book more. The next books are a part of a series, and this is the first, third, and fourth book in the 7 Realms series. They no longer make these covers. I don't think, like, these covers are out of print, I'm pretty sure, and I can never find the second book, but I did read the first book and I enjoyed it, but I am just no longer interested in the series anymore and don't see myself ever reaching to pick these up or wanting to go back to the series, so I will be unhauling these. The next book is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Infernal Devices series. I already have 2 other copies of this book, so I will be unhauling this one just because I don't need 3 copies of the first book in a series. The next 2 books are a part of the same series, and that is A Touch of Darkness and A Touch of Ruin by Scarlett St. Clair. I have read A Touch of Darkness twice, and the first time I read this book I gave it 4 or 4.5 stars. I absolutely loved it. The second time I read it, I think I gave it like 3 stars, didn't like it as much, and then I picked up the second book and absolutely hated this book. I gave it 1 star, so decided to just unhaul the series. Next up, we've got Blood and Betrayals by Jeanette Rose and Alexis Rune. I am unhauling this book because this is a duplicate copy. So I ordered this book. It came really damaged. Like, you guys probably aren't going to be able to see, but so it came like super bent on like the front cover, and it was like ripped in this corner. It's also like bent down here at the bottom, and like in this back corner it was bent. So this book was just damaged when I got it, and so I requested for a new copy, got my new copy. That was completely fine, and so since I got essentially 1 copy for free, I will be unhauling this one because I don't need 2 copies. So since this one is damaged, I am probably going to see about donating it. I might try and see if I can sell it, but I don't know. I'll probably just end up donating this one. Next, we've got Secret Keepers by Teddy Peacock, and I bought this at a local indie bookstore because this is a local author to me, but the setting of this book, not a fan of. I did not love that the main characters lived on a plantation, and I did not love the way this was written. I just didn't like the writing style, so we'll be unhauling this one. These next 3 are part of the same series, and that is the first 3 books in the Assistant to the Villain series. And so I've got book 1, Assistant to the Villain, book 2, Apprentice to the Villain, and book 3, Accomplice to the Villain. And read book 1, enjoyed it. Read book 2, enjoyed it. Read book 3 and was just feeling so disinterested in the characters and the story in the book. So I just feel like this series is just no longer a series for me. There's nothing inherently wrong with the series. There's nothing about it that I didn't like. It's just, I just am not loving cozy fantasy, and so this series I just feel like is no longer for me. I am definitely intrigued to know what is going to happen in like the later books. I feel like book 3 ended in a really big cliffhanger that I'm so curious about, but not curious enough to continue on with the series, and we'll probably just end up looking up spoilers for the next books in the series. So we'll be unhauling these 3 books. The next book is Lightlark by Alex Astor. I read this book. I think I gave it 2 stars. Just not a fan. Did not like the story, and yeah, just not a fan of this one, so I will be unhauling this. The next ones are 2 that are part of the same series. We've got The Inheritance Games and The Hawthorne Legacy. These are just 2 books that I read. I liked them okay. I read The Inheritance Games last year around this time, and then I read The Hawthorne Legacy at the beginning of the year. I feel like I'll probably read book 3 at some point, but I don't see myself purchasing it, and I don't really see myself needing these on my shelves anymore. I thought the series was okay. I thought it was good, but just was not absolutely in love with it like I feel like a lot of people are. So I feel like these would be better suited to someone else. The next 2 books are part of the same series again, and so we've got the first two books in the Halfling saga. We've got A Broken Blade and A Shadow Crown by Melissa Blair. I read the first book and really enjoyed it. Read the second book and just did not really care to continue on with the series, so I will be getting rid of these. Did not absolutely love the series, so I feel like someone else might enjoy these a bit more. Next, we've got The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and I have read 3 of Ashley Poston's books. This one I think was probably the highest rated out of the ones that I've read from her. I think I gave this one 3.5 stars, but I just feel like Ashley Poston just isn't an author for me, so I will be unhauling this book. Next up, we've got Flirting with Disaster by Naina Kumar, and I thought this book was okay. I read it in a 24-hour readathon, and I just feel like these characters would have broken up again at the end, and I just know that I will never ever read this book again and just do not want it on my shelves any longer, so I will be unhauling this one. Next is Summer in the City by Alex Astor, and this one has these like really cute sprayed edges, and again, just didn't love this one. I feel like I might give Alex Astor one more try, but I just know that she's probably not an author for me, so I am unhauling this. Plus, I feel like the dynamic between the two main characters just did not like. I just did not like our main female character, so we'll be unhauling this. Next, we've got The Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood. I read this one, I think last summer. It was okay, not my favorite. Don't think I'll ever read it again, so hopefully someone else will enjoy this one. Next up is Arch Enemies. This is book 2 in the Renegades series, and again, just don't see myself picking up book 3, and since I'm getting rid of book 1, I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of both of them. Next up, we've got The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I didn't really love this thriller book, this mystery thriller. I thought it was okay. Know that I'll never ever read this book again, so we'll be unhauling it for that. Next up, we've got Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I feel like the further out that I've gotten from reading this book, the more that I don't like this book, but I don't know, not my favorite, and hopefully someone else will enjoy this a lot more. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I feel like I am in the minority camp when I say that I did not love this book. I think I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. It was fine. I don't know. Just didn't love it, so I will be unhauling this. Next, we've got You Between the Lines by Katie Naiman, and I absolutely hated this book. I gave this book 1 star. So for that, I will be unhauling this book. And finally, the last book that I will be unhauling is A Land So Wide by Erin A. Craig. I thought this book was okay. It's kind of like a fantasy, mystery, horror leaning book. I've read better, but I thought it was fine. It was okay. I know that I probably will never reach for this book again to pick it up, and hopefully someone else might enjoy this book a little bit more. So that is why I will be unhauling this book. So those are all of the books that I am planning on unhauling. I will probably be filming a follow-up video to this one sometime in the new year about me going to drop off some of these books at little free libraries around my area. So be on the lookout for that. But for now, I am going to try and list the ones that I would like to potentially try to sell. And if they are not sold by probably like the end of January, it's like the beginning of December right now when I'm filming this video. So if the books that I list for sale are not sold by like middle end of January, then I will be donating them to little free libraries and library around my area. So with that, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have all of my social media linked in the description. I hope you guys are enjoying Bookmas, and if you have made it to this point in the video, leave the broom emoji, since this is basically like a shelf library clean out type of situation, to let me know that you made it to this point in the video. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.